Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw, and I am very excited to be back with you guys. This is going to be a jam-packed show, and of course, that main event to die for. Let's get on to the show. And let's just start the show off hot with Braun Strowman, of course, losing at the first round last week. He's going to be here tonight, and he is going to be making a statement. There he is, big Braun Strowman, and wow, what a fearsome and scary looking individual that he is. Oh my god, look what it is. It is the Big Red Machine. Oh my god, it is Kane. This is something to behold. Wow, wow. These two big men in the ring. This is going to be a proper showdown for the ages. I'm very excited to see where this goes.
Just a bully.
Okay, so that was that showdown. That was very interesting, and it seems that Kane and Braun Strowman will be competing in an Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules. That is going to be one to look forward to. Now, next up, Brock Lesnar maybe eating his words from last week when Kurt Angle put him in a 3-on-1 handicap match against Enzo Amore, TJP, and Noam Dar. Oh my god, here is Brock Lesnar once again. As Kurt Angle did say last week, Brock Lesnar must compete quite a bit on Raw, and he will not be one of these people who stays on the wayside and doesn't represent and defend his title and be there as the champion. He needs to represent the show, and if he's going to do it right, he's going to do it now. So this is pretty strong words, and I agree with a lot of what Angle has to say on the issue. And I hope that Lesnar will, perform at his best tonight.
rolling in bands, riding around, I beat up July. Hey, dog, pros on the cop, but they are just not. I'm up in the club, stacking them dungeons. It's so Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide star. And can't change that. Bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you do?
Okay, let's get straight into this matchup here. And oh my god, is it a hot start or is it not? It is, of course. TJP starting off in the ring here. Former Cruiserweight Champion just getting suplexed, getting handled in the ring here by the current WWE Universal Champion, the representative really of our show. Wow, another little suplex there. I think the idea here is Angle is putting the entire roster on notice here, saying if you don't perform like our top star here, well, why are you here? So I think this is a really good move by Angle, but I think Lesnar is given he's given a lot of passion now, because he knows if he doesn't perform, he's going to get on the wrong end of Angle, and also he wants to prove Angle wrong as well. So this is a great performance for Lesnar here to show off his skills and just to put the whole roster on notice. And if not, SmackDown as well. We didn't mention that last week. SmackDown, if you're watching, Jordan, look at this guy. He is the champ, and we want to see how truly on show he can be put, and like what he can do, what he's capable of doing. Again, I know these are only three kind of newbie up-and-comer wrestlers, and of course they aren't as maybe skilled as some of the better wrestlers, but you gotta see that he's a former champion here in the ring with him, and that is some feat in any stretch of the imagination. And of course he's just being manhandled at the moment, and it's three people, of course, it's not just one, it's three wrestlers. You get one wrestler in the ring with you. But no, look, Dome Dar in the ring here after tag off there, and it seems that he is the next one to try and fight. Oh, Brock Lesnar, take down the Beast. I was talking to Paul Heyman before the show began, and he said that the Beast is on the best form of his career. Arguably, I would say that I think his original run was when he was the next big thing was probably my favourite part of his career. But I think that he definitely is still living up to that name even today, and I think that he may well be the best wrestler on Raw going. It's a pity that, he doesn't show up too often, but I think that's going to change from now on. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing who we will be facing at the Brock Lesnar Invitational at Extreme Rules. Not word has been put on what the stipulation will be for the match. I don't know, it'll be an ordinary match, a steel cage, a Hell in a Cell, or just an Extreme Rules match. We'll see when we get to there. But whoever is in for a lot, and a lot is in store for them. Look at what he's capable of. Brock Lesnar here, he's doing Suplex City. The crowd are going wild here. This is the sort of stuff that he just nonchalantly does on the side. Like, this isn't even the main stuff. Like, look how he just handles him literally like a plastic bag in the ring there. And now look at this. It is F5 in the ring. Enzo Amore and TJP can only look on helplessly. I don't even think they want to get involved and hurt themselves too much. TJP's already injured. There you go. That is the win. Brock Lesnar handles them in very quick fashion. That is 3 men and that is 1 beast. And he has done it in style. So there you go, guys. I think let's see what Angle will have to say next week about this issue. But that is just some performance by the Beast. Speaking of what just took place off camera there, we had a tag team number 1 contender title match between the Hardy Boys, the Bollywood Boys, Titus Worldwide, and of course we had the Fashion Police. And who came out on top of that? Yes, it was Titus Worldwide, which is a great win for that team. I'm very proud of those guys. They will of course be facing the Shield in a rematch at Extreme Rules. There's a lot in store there. Titus Worldwide really are taking off. That is a very good win for them. And now let's get to a 6-woman Battle Royale match to determine the number 1 contender for Alexa Bliss's Women's Championship.
It's all about me.
So let's get straight into this matchup here, and of course this is some of the best women we have on this show. I am very excited to be commentating over this one, because we haven't really seen a true kind of one woman come out as the top woman here on the show, or top dog could be said. Of course, on week 1 we did see a really nice matchup there, and we did see Charlotte and we did see Alexa Bliss go and beat the likes of Becky Lynch and what am I saying here? My words are not coming easy here. But of course the returning Mickie James. But I think that the competition is still very open and very much anybody can take their spot. Last week on the show, I don't think we saw the match, but we did see Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, and we did see Becky Lynch come out. So it's not like Charlotte is the main woman apart from Alexa Bliss. I think there's a lot of people who can definitely be debated as the number 2 woman on the show. Honestly, I think Charlotte, Becky Lynch are 2 viable candidates, but I think Mickie James has it in her. She did have it years ago. Of course, she's coming back on probably the run of her career, to be honest. She's a multi-time women's champion. Oh my god, Charlotte's just been eliminated by 3 women there. I know that is maybe not the most graceful way to go, but she did fight and she did try her best there. She's a former women's champion, of course, multi-time women's champion, and she's just been eliminated. That's probably one of the biggest snubs of this match. I think of all these people here, women, she may be the most decorated. But now back into the matchup here, and I think, honestly, I think this one is very, very much even Stevens here. You couldn't put much between any of them, really. Let's continue on here, and let's just speak about maybe Marie. She might be the least experienced out of all of these women in the ring, even more than Emma. She, of course, was a... Sorry, no, I think Emma might be the most experienced. I should be saying Maurice was decent back in the day. She's now kind of a valet, so she's kind of gotten off it. So she's a bit maybe ring rust at the moment. So I will be surprised. But anyways, just there we saw the likes of Emma be eliminated from this matchup. That is probably one of the more expected eliminations going. Not to say that she isn't great, but anyways, back in this matchup here, who has been looking quite good in this matchup? I think Mickie James has. She really has. She's kept her positioning. She's definitely fought back from a lot of moves here, and I think she is definitely looking quite good in this matchup. Also, Becky Lynch here, definitely looking strong as well. And Nikki Bella did help just eliminate Maurice right there, and she also helped early on with other women kind of using that kind of group mentality to her advantage. Nikki Bella, of course, when being a great women's champion back in the day, or Divas champion we should say, and she teamed up with her sister Brie Bella. A lot of people are asking where Brie Bella, where they were tag team champions for a good while. But now, getting back into this matchup here, we're getting very tight here at the end. It looks like Lynch and James working together to try to get one half of the Bella twins out of here. And oh my god, it's getting close. It's getting... And bang! One swift shot to the head, and James has eliminated Lynch. Wow, back in this matchup here, and they're teetering on the edge. This one is as close as it gets. We got Lynch here, and she is trying to survive, but it looks like James has the upper hand, and James has just eliminated Lynch, and now it looks like James is the #1 contender for Alexa Bliss at Extreme Rules. Wow, the returning legend. This is her time to shine, and here she is. Wow. Moving on though, we have Sami Zayn versus one member of Titus Worldwide. We saw them last week, Apollo Crews, back in action after a great win last week. So starting us off here, we got Apollo Crews, and he is on the upper hand here with a nice Irish whip there, and starting us off nicely. Of course, if you remember last week, you saw ties were wide, were on display. We saw Apollo Crews take on his first singles opponent, and he did a very, very much a convincing win over Sin Cara. Also last week, we had a little message from Sami Zayn, and he was saying that he needed a good opponent this week on Raw, and he would face off against anyone and get away with his losing streak. Well, I'm not sure it's going to happen tonight, because Apollo Crews is looking strong as ever. Sami Zayn, I feel bad for the guy. You know, he definitely was an underdog back in NXT and lost a lot of his matches. And even when he won the big gold, he was attacked straight after at NXT TakeOver by one and only Kevin Owens, his former best friend. So that kind of relationship there is really kind of a sour note on the otherwise very impressive career that Sami Zayn has got going on. And honestly, I think that this relationship, he'll never truly forget about it until he conquers Kevin Owens. And I don't think that's going to happen for a very long time now. Kevin Owens is already rising high. He is going to be obviously competing tonight in the main event. So there's a lot on the line there. But I think Sami Zayn, maybe you'll see him next week with Kevin Owens. We're not sure, because that kind of relationship is definitely still going on. Anyways, back into this matchup here, because Apollo Crews is starting to get very strong in this matchup, but Sami Zayn is about to get back in it. Here he is. Looking like, oh, a lovely strong dropkick there, and then another, and now we can see that the shift of the match is shifting slightly towards Sami Zayn. This is a bit of a turnaround for the Bucks. Honestly, I think Sami Zayn here might be the more experienced wrestler, but Apollo Crews is also a very, oh my god, a kick out there too. Very close call there, 2.5. Sami Zayn thought he'd put him away, but remember, Apollo Crews is one of the most gifted athletes I've ever seen. Don't forget that. And honestly, I think Tyler Wilde are making a very big impact on the Raw as we know it. Of course, following their defeat last week one, the tag team of Kiro Tozawa and, oh my god, watch this though, and for a minute, driving through there, a big DDT that could be all over. Tyler Wilde looked on shocked there after what Sami Zayn just did. Back to what I was talking about there though for a second. As you can say, Tyler Wilde, after losing week one against The Shield, the tag team champions, have now qualified to face The Shield at Extreme Rules once again after winning a fatal 4-way. That one was a very, very enjoyable match, I must say. Definitely the Hardys got their faces in there. They nearly won the match, but they were quickly disposed of by the Bollywood boys before we saw Tyler White finish things off and basically take down Fashion Police, take down the Bollywood boys and get the win. So that was a very, very impressive display. And so we could be seeing, potentially, Apollo Crews maybe take on The Miz and win the Intercontinental Championship. And we also could see the Tyler Wilde as the tag team champions, Akira Tozawa and Tyler O'Neill. So as you can see, Tyler Wilde are making very big steps in the company so far, and I think this is definitely one of them to watch. A lovely little Hurricane Rana off the springboard there by Apollo Crews. We're now back in, Sami Zayn looking strong. Also, there's one missing thing you didn't see in that women's 6-way battle royale. It was Dana Brooke. She was not competing. She has not been cleared from her injury she suffered a few weeks back, but she definitely is recovering, and it's not a major injury, so she will be back very soon. So don't wait for her. She will make her in-ring debut very soon. But anyways, back in this, Apollo Crews looking for his finisher now, and that is a lovely, what you call that, a Death Valley Driver sort of movie. Tried it last week, and 2 and 3 also successful. Wow, what a win for Apollo Crews. That is one to go down in the books. And so there we go, just off screen there, you didn't see it, but a number one contender took place for the Intercontinental Championship. It was Luke Harper versus Rusev versus Benjamin versus Rhino, and the winner coming out of that matchup was Luke Harper. So Luke Harper, obviously a big detractor of Miz, will be facing him at Extreme Rules. Now moving on, of course, the match we're getting to now, part of the Brock Lesnar Invitational. It is Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds, versus Fight Owens fight Kevin Owens. Let's get to it.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Wyatt family, weighing in at 285
Catching flies in his mouth, tasting freedom.
and his representing the Dayton.
Anyways, let's get into our penultimate match of the night, and it is, of course, Owens versus Wyatt. Nearly forgot the name there. Of course, let's look at the round one matches for a second, because we saw Kevin Owens defeat his brother of the Wyatt family, former friend, former ally, in the likes of Braun Strowman, in one of what could be said is probably the biggest upset of our Raw show so far. We saw a lot of domination on Strowman's side, but in the end, it looked like Kevin Owens came out on top. And I think that that perseverance, that drive has really taken him to this matchup here, as you can see. Or sorry, Bray Wyatt, I should say. But he definitely was tired and wrecked from that last matchup. Of course, that was only 2 weeks ago. Now let's look at last week, because we saw Kevin Owens become triumphant over the likes of Randy Orton, and that took place only last week. That was a very impressive match, of course, for the likes of Kevin Owens. And I can say that after that matchup there, Kevin Owens also felt the effects of that matchup. And now this week, of course, maybe they're quite alright from last week, but definitely things are interesting between these two. And I would say that Kevin Owens looked more convincing last week, but that doesn't mean any badness on Bray Wyatt, though. Let's look at those guys' careers, because they really did skyrocket ever since they were kind of NXT originals. They definitely made an effect on the main roster as soon as I got there. Bray Wyatt becoming one of the Wyatt family, also becoming a very much a part of the SmackDown roster ever since last year, and Kevin Owens making immediate impact, becoming Intercontinental and US Championships throughout his days. I would say, obviously, Kevin Owens might have the edge just a little bit, but that doesn't take away at all from Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt has still done a lot in this business. But this is definitely one of those matchups I'm very much intrigued by. If you were to put down your bets on a thing, I think it would be very much close, and I think that either way you're going to make a bit of money, because it's really quite it's up in the air, to be honest, who would win this matchup in my opinion. And the crowd is getting very much into this one. I can see why the action's taken to the outside, and it's heating up very nicely indeed. I'm really liking this one so far. But look at this, Bray Wyatt back in the ring. Kevin Owens quick on his tail. Let's see what takes place in the ring now. As we go, though, it looks like Bray Wyatt just took off Kevin Owens there. Back in, though, Kevin Owens now going on the offense. No, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt looking for something. Nothing coming. And there we go. Kevin Owens with a Russian leg sweep there, I would say. And now he is going on the beatdown. Wow. As this match continues, tune in, watch it now. This is a really good match, guys. I must say. 1, 2, and he's going to get it. No, Bray Wyatt kicks out at 2.5. That is very good. Oh my god, look at this. KO going back in and misses the senton. White to his feet as quickly as a bullet there, but no, KO up on his feet again. And look at this. This looks like a bear hug and into a inverted neck breaker there. Very creative move there by KO. I must say, KO now lounging in the corner. KO always knows how to get into his mind, just like Bray Wyatt, I should say. But I think the thing that Kevin Owens maybe has is this sort of ability to maybe make situations his own, and definitely he does have the military skills. But no, look at this Bray Wyatt though. It looks like Sister Abigail straight to his feet. That is unexpected, and oh my god, I think that's it. Bray Wyatt, who may be looking a little bit more on the defensive side of this matchup though, he's really gone to light there. Very surprising. Sister Abigail, it's one of those moves you can really hit out anywhere, and my god, he's done it. Bray Wyatt advances to the finals of this tournament. He will be taking place next week against the winner of our main event. That is a major win. He's just one win away from facing the Universal Champion at Extreme Rules. Now moving on, we're going to go into our main event of the evening. And I'm very much excited for this one. Look at it there. It is going to be good. And I hope you guys are also looking forward to it as well, because you don't see this one too often. Before it though, Randy Orton will be making a little speech in the ring.
I have voices in my head, they count to me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules in your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice.
And of course, it is our main event. It is part of the Brock Lesnar Invitational. It's Finn Balor, the Demon, versus, well, former member of the Shield, backed with the reunited Shield, Roman Reigns. Let's get to this matchup here as we start off, and these two members looking very much for the win here. Whoa, what a move there by Reigns, who's looking nice and strong starting off early in this matchup here. This is another match that I'm really looking forward to. Roman Reigns and Finn Balor. As you can see, they're both going at it, and they both want this win very badly. if we remember Finn Balor's very much debut on the main roster, he took down Roman Reigns on the first episode of that new brand split Raw and became the number one contender for the Universal Championship and won it on opening night on the SummerSlam against Seth Rollins. But immediately after that, he became injured and he could no longer compete for months on end. So he did get, while getting a taste of the title, he never was officially the champ. So all I can say is this is a redemption story for Finn Balor. Roman Reigns, on the other hand, has really been dominating these past 3 years. He has dominated and main evented, possibly main evented 3 WrestleManias in a row, taking on Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and obviously Undertaker. But I don't think Roman Reigns has maybe gotten to the heights and peaks that he will dream of in time to come. And definitely at this stage in his career, he wants to be a people that the fans love. Not quite yet, but they are turning, especially since he became reunited with the Shield. I think that is giving him a little bit more heart now, but I think that's going to make him an even more dangerous fighter. Here we are back into the fight though. Finn Balor definitely getting on the offensive side early on. He's using a lot of creative maneuvers. Obviously he's a smaller wrestler, so he's going to have to do that. Swing blade there, that was very much a decent maneuver there, I must say. And now back into the elbow drops, Stone Cold Steve Austin, like some might say. Alright though, I do think that this one is a very even matchup there. Roman Reigns always comes in down, bang, like that, whenever he needs to. Again, he is conserving his power quite a bit, but I think this is going to help him. He was, of course, with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose before this matchup, and they were telling him the best of luck, because if he wins this, he will be in the finals of the Invitational of the Brock Lesnar tournament. And one more win after this, and he will be facing Brock Lesnar Extreme Rules. So it all lies in the balance. This is definitely very much a high-stakes contest, and I cannot put into words how much it means for each individual wrestler. And the fact is, if they lose, it's going to be pretty devastating. Never mind losing in the first round, losing in the second round or third round is a different story altogether, because you get so close to gold, or the chance to get gold at Extreme Rules, that kind of glory, and it gets snatched away from your very hands. And in only 3 seconds, either of these wrestlers could capitalize and do that to the other wrestler. So it's not just a story of getting gold for yourself, it's also denying the gold to the other person. Here we are back into it though. Finn Balor with another springboard, lovely looking dropkick, pitch perfect landing there, I must say, and a brilliant effect. Okay, let's just profile Finn Balor for a second, because of course his time in NXT was very historic. He became the longest running NXT champion, of course, and I definitely think that his NXT run was one of the most entertaining I've seen in a long time. The demon gimmick, the demon that he brought, is very much a scary sight to behold. And oh my god, look at this though. Let's get back to this match. I'll speak for a minute about the demon. It looks like a demon's coming out within Finn Balor, because he's launching. He could be doing his finisher now. I mean, he's really surprised throughout the whole matchup. Really kind of had that power in this matchup, to be honest, and had that slight edge on Roman Reigns, I must say. Caught Roman Reigns on a bad night, it seems. Here we go, back in this though. It looks like the finishing. 1, 2, 3. He's done it! Finn Balor. That is also a giant upset in my opinion, I think. I mean, I know Roman Reigns is obviously the guy, but Finn Balor has just shown him who the real guy is, because that is so mashup. That is going to be a big blow to the Shield in my opinion. I just still think they can carry forward, of course, as tag team champs, but still, that is pretty unfortunate, to be honest, to see that kind of stuff happen. I'm really disappointed now, but I think Finn Balor is the rightful winner there. He definitely deserved that. That was a great win for him, and I am very happy. He'll be obviously competing against Bray Wyatt in the finals, as you can see on this bracket here. Round 1 we have Roman Reigns versus Kane. Reigns won. Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. Finn Balor progressed, and then he beat Roman Reigns to progress again tonight. Bray Wyatt beat Braun Strowman in round 1, then beat Kevin Owens in round 2, and now he'll be facing Finn Balor in round 3, the finals. And of course, the winner of that matchup facing, of course, yours truly, Bray Wyatt at Extreme Rules, and that is going to be one to behold. Either one of those would make an amazing main event, and I must say, best of luck to the two of them. Obviously, next week's their go-home show before Extreme Rules, so stay tuned for that one. We'll be seeing a lot of wrestlers getting hyped up for that matchup, of course. Your full card breakdown will be revealed at the end of that show, of course. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Can't wait for that and Extreme Rules. And also best of luck to Jordan with his show. Again, he will be uploading, of course, SmackDown. And of course, his pay-per-view coming up very soon. So anyways, thank you for watching. See you all later, guys.